Good evening, everybody. This is Phil Grigsby with the National Weather Service, and here's the weekly weather briefing or weekly weather outlook for Sunday, July 26th, 2020. So the quick overview, we're going to see a rainy pattern continue through at least Tuesday. Return to more typical summer weather is expected for the latter part of the week, and there are no tropical threats to the area over the next week. The quick 7-day threat outlook, this little cool table that we have here, shows that there is a slight risk of some heavy rainfall. That's going to be an issue today, or more so tonight, and on Monday, and then more of a marginal risk as we get into Tuesday. And then as the week goes on through Saturday, that looks like it's going to come to an end, which is good news. Basically, we're going to go back more into that typical summer pattern by that point. So here's the map of that same idea with the excessive rainfall or heavy rainfall threat. And you can see the marginal to slight risk across the southern half of Louisiana and southern portions of Mississippi. The heaviest rain looks like it's going to occur probably along and south of the I-10 corridor. And the main issue that we're going to see with the heavy rainfall is that it could lead to some street flooding issues in low-lying and poorly drained areas. So take that into account. As we head into tomorrow and tomorrow night, or Monday and Monday night, the marginal slight risk of excessive rainfall continues basically across about the same area that we saw for tonight and during the day today. Again, the same issues, some locally heavy rainfall that could lead to some street flooding issues in low-lying and poorly drained areas. Again, the highest risk is going to be south of the I-10 corridor. So that is going to include, cities like New Orleans and Metairie, areas around Houma, Thibodaux that could see some street flooding issues there. And the heaviest rains are expected during the day tomorrow. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised to see a very similar pattern to what we saw during the day today again. Now, as we get into Tuesday and Tuesday night, the rainfall risk does drop off a little bit, the excessive rainfall risk. It's more of a marginal risk, which is the lowest of the 5-point scale. Again, though, some locally heavy rainfall could lead to some street flooding issues in low-lying and poorly drained areas. And of course, the heaviest rains are expected during the day on Tuesday, when we may see some thunderstorm activity try to develop. Here's the tropical weather outlook, and there are no tropical threats to the area over the next week, which is great news. Hanna has already begun to dissipate over northern Mexico, so that's no longer a concern. And we are monitoring a disturbance in the Atlantic that does have a high chance of development over the next 5 days into a tropical system. Right now, it's too early to really say what's going to happen. It's just something that we should continue to monitor. But at least through Saturday, there's not going to be any impacts from that system. Now here's a quick rundown of the forecast for New Orleans, and you can see that we're going to be pretty mild Monday and Tuesday, and even into Wednesday. We're going to have temperatures that are below normal, with highs only in the low to mid 80s. Overnight lows will generally be in the mid 70s, and there's going to be a really high chance of rain, especially tomorrow. You can see we have a 100% chance of rain during the day. We're really expecting a similar day to what we saw today. It looks like about a 90% chance of rain tomorrow night. That 90% chance of rain continues into Tuesday. So again, another wet day, and then we start to begin to dry out. 70% chance of rain on Wednesday, and then we really see things go back to normal as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with highs getting closer to average and around 90 degrees, and lows in the mid to upper 70s, and rain chances generally ranging from 20 to 30% at night and 30 to 50% during the day. That's a pretty typical pattern for this time of year. Now here's the Baton Rouge forecast. Really not much different than what we're seeing in New Orleans. Highs are going to be below average in the low to mid 80s through Wednesday, lows in the mid 70s. Very high rain chances again for Monday and Tuesday, in that 90 to 100% chance range. 75% chance of rain still even on Wednesday, so we're still expecting some decent coverage of showers and thunderstorms that day. And then as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our highs go back closer to average in the low 90s. The overnight lows are close to average in the mid to upper 70s, and our rain chances are closer to average in that 30 to 50% range, which is much more typical for this time of year. In Gulfport, a little bit of a cooler forecast, but that's also actually pretty typical because you do get the sea breeze in that area. So we are going to see, low to mid 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be back up into the upper 80s. Overnight lows in the mid 70s each night. Still very high rain chances. Monday and Tuesday, 80 to 90 to almost 100%. 60% on Wednesday, so we start to transition back to the summer pattern then, and then that more 30 to 50% chance of rain again Thursday through Saturday. So overall, wet pattern in the first part of the week, and then a transition back to a more normal summertime pattern for the latter part of the week. So the quick summary, it looks like rainy pattern will continue through Tuesday. The main concern there is that if we get a decent amount of rain that falls in a short period of time, we'll see some street flooding issues. A return to more typical summer weather is expected for the latter part of the week, and there's no real tropical threats to the area all the way through Saturday. We'll just continue to monitor the system that's way out there in the Atlantic. Something to keep an eye on, but nothing to get too worried about at this point. So you guys have a great week, and we will post the next briefing on Thursday.